up, folks? Happy, what day is it today? Hump Day? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday to you. I wanted to bring you some quick notes this morning, give you guys a couple seconds to hop on. Got a good read for you this morning, a couple quick updates from the read. For those of you who haven't read it yet, my friend Sherry Walling, PhD, wrote this book, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Keeping Your Shit Together. Guys, if you haven't read this book yet, follow along, check this out, and then message me. I got something to share with you at the end of this video, and we'll talk about this thing. So I want to give you guys some quick notes on this book real quick. First of all, amazing book. If you haven't gotten it yet, go to Amazon, order yourself a copy. It's awesome. Can't say enough good things about it. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Guys, you guys are dealing with stuff like between the ears. There's a lot of good shit in here, I'm telling you right now. But I'm going to give you some quick stuff. For those of you that procrastinate, for those of you that have a to-do list that keeps building up, for those of you like me who are constantly like, how do I get all this crap done? Now, I do a lot of these things already, but even me, I get stuck with a lot of this, what's up, Nick? A lot of this, constant, like, I got this like little nuanced stuff that kind of builds up, right? So I'm just like a lot of you guys in that way, and I want to get this crap off my plate. So, some of these things I do already and some of these things I'm learning from, but there's some really, really good tips, and I just want to pull a couple things out of this book and share them with you guys this morning. Number one, something I already do, which is cool to read out of this book, though, is the 3 Ds, right? So, first of all, if you're near your desk or if you're near you have a pen and paper, grab a pen real quick, and if you're watching this on the replay, hit pause and grab a pen real quick, because these are some real quick things you could write down, jot down, and have saved for later. I know you're going to go get the book anyway, and then you can have these things, but this is in chapter, I don't even know what chapter, but page 95, right? The 3 Ds, guys, the 3 Ds, right? 3 Ds on your to-do list. Do it, delegate it, or delete it, right? So number one thing is we go through our list and we decide what's important. We do it, we delegate it, or we delete it. Now, a lot of you that are operators, business operators, or if you could be an employee, you might have people that work for you, right? We really, I focus hard on this delegated thing, right? I think there's a lot of people, depending on where you're at in the food chain, right? There's a lot of people that are doing $10 an hour work that should be getting paid $150 to $500 an hour, okay? If you're a realtor and you're doing processing work and you're doing paperwork and you're doing that kind of bullshit, guess what, guys? You should not be doing $12 an hour work. I have this conversation with people in the sales space all the time. Guys, your job is to go out there and get in front of prospects and close deals. You should be doing $200 to $500 an hour work constantly every single day. Do not be doing $12 an hour work. So delegate it. Delegate it, number one. Do it or delegate it. Now, I want to focus on the do it piece real quick. One of the challenges that I see is the distraction thing, right? What happens is we go to do it and we distract ourselves. And what happens is, Sherry talks about it in here, I love this, do a power day, right? Power days are really, really powerful, folks. And I'm going to give you an example of a power day for me. I was out in Malibu about 6 weeks ago. I'm not saying you have to hop on a jet and go to Malibu. You can do this in your own backyard. But I find the best ways to take a power day, and they can be reasonable. You can go get a great hotel room for a couple $100, is to just get away, get detached, remove yourself from your normal space. And a lot of owners or operators that talk about this, get out of your office, get away from your office, get away from your people, because we can't be productive when we're overhearing conversations and we're micromanaging what's happening and we're in the space and we're in the business. We can't be productive a lot of times. But taking a power day once every week or once every 2 weeks and just detaching yourself, go rent a hotel room, go find yourself a space where you can take your laptop and you can get shit done and you can go through your list and you can detach yourself. For a couple $100, it's the best investment you can make. When I was in Malibu, I literally, I'm in a nice hotel, I'm on the beach, I had my laptop open, I banged through a million to-do lists, I made a bunch of phone calls, I knocked out all kinds of shit, and I did it overlooking an amazing space with my mind clear, nothing to pay attention to but getting shit done, right? So go back through those 3 Ds, do it, delegate it, delete it, right? A lot of times, folks, shit stays on your list for so long, you find out it's not even necessary to do it. So that 3rd D is really important. If it's not important to you and it's been on your list for more than a couple weeks, delete it. Guys, it might not be important. I can give you a million examples of that, but the fact is you guys have those examples. If you have it on your to-do list and you haven't done it in 3 or 4 weeks, it's probably not that damn important, so delete it. Delete it, delegate it, or do it. 3 Ds, right? Second piece she talks about, which I love, the Ohio rule. And this is the first time I've actually heard about this, the Ohio rule. Only handle it once. Ohio, O-H-I-O. Only handle it once. This is probably the most important thing I have heard or I've read about to-do lists and procrastination that I've heard in a long time. And there's people on my team that need to hear this, right? Only handle it once. I can't tell you, when I walk through, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, I see piles of shit in my office, paperwork, that people touch once, put it up next to their desk, and they go, I'll handle it later. Guys, if all we did in life was handle shit once, everyone on this call, everyone including myself, everyone in my office, everyone that watches this video, the next 1,000 replays, we would all become 100% more effective and efficient if all we did was handle shit once. Guys, how many times do you print something and say, I'll get to it later? How many times do you read an email and you don't respond even though it would take you 15 seconds? How many times do you procrastinate about doing something that you could knock out in 15 seconds? Guys, only doing things once, only handle things once would be the most amazing piece of advice if we could follow that 50% of the time. Only handle things once. Now, I try to do this in the delegation piece, right? If I read an email and it's anyone on my team can handle it. If it's a banker asking for certain paperwork, I'll immediately forward that to someone on my team that needs to get that paperwork to them, and I'll copy that back to that person, and I'll say, hey, blah, 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 this person needs our tax returns, can you send it to them? Boom, done, delegate it, right? Or if it's an email that's saying, for example, if it's an invoice, right? I'll send the invoice, I'll CC my bookkeeper, hey, can you pay this invoice? Done, right? So that's a delegate piece, right? Or if it's something I need to do, I need to schedule an appointment, boom, I'll schedule it right away. So I try to only handle things once. So I do try to be a very good steward of that rule, even though it's the first time I'm reading it. But guys, if we could try to do that and not save shit, I can't tell you how that procrastination piece builds up with people because they actually do things more than once. Only handle things once. So I love the only handle things once. I love the 3 Ds, and do a power day, guys. If you have not done a power day yet and you are in business for yourself, I absolutely cannot stress enough to detach yourself. If you don't want to go get a hotel room, find yourself at a coffee shop. The other thing she talks about is doing time blocking, right? So just doing it out of the office. So do 2-hour work sprints, but do them in different locations, right? So go do 2 hours at Starbucks and then relocate somewhere else and do 2 hours somewhere else. Changing up the atmosphere, changing up where you're at, changing up how you're working. That's why you guys see me doing these videos from different spots. I'm in my home office, then I'm in my secret office, then I'm in my car half the time. I'm constantly on the move, and it's not because I have somewhere to be, frankly. It's just because my mind works better when I'm clear, when I'm thinking. It's kind of like, you know, you have your best ideas in the shower. When you change your atmosphere, when you change the place you're at, when you change what you're doing, you're constantly shaking up your mind. It's giving you clarity. So take clarity breaks and only work in increments of, 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, focusing on those things that you have to do, right? Getting those things done, and make sure you prioritize the 3 Ds. So guys, there's the 3 things for you. Ohio, 3 Ds, power breaks, right? Do a power day. So get after it. I hope you find value in this. If you do, guys, please share it with 2 people, put it on your wall, post it to Instagram, put it somewhere else. I don't care. That's all I do this for. And by the way, if you do see value in stuff like this, you got to join us June 7th and 8th in New Jersey. If you're an owner-operator, if you're an operator or an owner of a business, this is the place to be. My good friend and mentor, Mark Evans, is going to be here, and he's retiring from events this year. This is it. He's doing this event, and this is it. He's doing one more event in Columbus after that, and you're not going to see him on stage anymore. So if you want to get involved and you want to be part of it, make sure you PM me and get your butt to the event. We're going to be doing it for half price. We only do it half price once a year. $2,500 gets you a ticket. An extra $500 will bring your COO or your number 2 in the team. So for $3,000, we bring 2 people. It's a 2-day event. And then last thing, if you PM me and you send me your what you got going on in your business, tell me what your biggest challenges are today. Tell me about your business, and tell me where tell me where to send the book. I'll send the first 5 people that PM me what's happening in your business. Tell me what your challenges are. Tell me how we can help you. I'll send you guys a free copy of the book. I'll mail it out today. I'll have my assistant put it in the mail today. So first 5 people to send me a message, tell me what's happening in their biz, tell me what's going on, tell me how I can help. We'll send you a free copy of the book. I got 30 copies of them over there. By the way, guys, speaking of books, support your friends that are writing books. I'm not just saying this selfishly because I just released my book, but when you find your friends writing kick-ass books like this, Go out and buy 30 copies, man. Don't buy one copy. Buy 30 and give them away. This stuff is sheer power right here, and it's helpful, and you're supporting people around you. So go out there and get Sherry's book. If I don't send you a free copy, buy the damn thing anyway. It's an amazing book. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Appreciate you. Peace.